What's going on, everybody? It's Adam, aka The Real Simzo, and today we are checking out the EX08, the latest release from the Digimon TCG, hoping we pull enough stuff to either make the Dinomon deck or potentially the Nightmare Soldiers deck. So let's go ahead and dive in and check out these cards. Alright, so before we dive into this box of EX08, I do have a couple of things that I want to kick off. So one of the really cool things about this new set is that they're introducing the Nature Spirits like field effects and also the Nightmare Soldiers and the Deep Savers. And so I thought it would be really cool to go ahead and hatch some eggs across those devices. I don't have a Deep Savers, so we won't be doing one there, but I do have my Nightmare Soldiers, which was my first pendulum color, and we'll go ahead and hatch something else on this. I hope I've got an empty slot. We'll see. So we're going to get rid of Fenrirlugamon there, and we should have an egg. Oh, we don't, but we got a Demimeramon, which is totally fine because that is the second form. So what we'll do is go ahead. Oh, the time is way off, but that's okay. Let's check and see. So right now he's got 2 condition hearts, so we'll go ahead and feed this guy. And we'll go ahead and give him 2, 3, 4 pills. Cool, and then on the Nature Spirits, I've been running through. We'll go ahead and hatch an egg. We're not going to do any shaking today. And then on the Wind Guardians, I know that that is not a nature effect. However, they are introducing some Vortex Warriors, or at least one, the Medieval Gallantmon. So I'm going to go ahead and represent the Vortex Warriors here with our Zafagamon. Check that out. Check that guy out. Freaking awesome. Love it. Been trying to make it through the tournament mode with him, and I've made it all the way to the last level, or the last level of the tournament. So far, no luck. We are not able to beat the final boss there, so all good, though. All good. And then on top of that, got a couple of little goodie guys down here. You know, just a couple of folks that will definitely be represented in today's set. Looking forward to getting some really cool cards today. Really want to build that Dinomon deck. Also really looking forward to the Nightmare Soldiers. And who knows, with the new Nature Spirit stuff, maybe it'll make that deck a little bit more viable. But let's go ahead and dig in to EX08. I cut the box a little bit. It's always a bummer. I don't mean to do that, but hey, it happens. Nice. All right, let's check out this Chain of Liberation upgrade pack. What are we gonna get? Bishop device. Oh, cool. So they're reintroducing some devices, some device option cards. That's cool. And Coelamon or Soelamon. I've heard a couple of different variations there. I would say Coelamon. Let's see what we got for our box topper. Oh, Lobomon. Very cool. So I'm actually like halfway through the middle of the season where Lobomon is from, and it's been a lot of fun. We've been watching through it in the DDUK. I need to get in there and post some of my comments, actually. It's been a while. So the first 3 packs, we're going to do something that I did last time. I believe it is what's referred to as the Max Mofo opening method. We're going to take a couple of our potential rares here, and then everything else, and we're just going to stack them. I like that method because it gets to kind of some of the cool stuff really quickly. So, yeah, I like that. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, right off the bat. How freaking cool is that? Dinomon. Love it. Love it. Got a Gomamon and a Pumpkinmon. Very cool. What do we got over here? Mega Seadramon. Dang, that artwork is really cool. That's so awesome. And we got a Suzune and a Sonorizamon. Nice. That's awesome. Really, really great first little bit. We got an SR, Dinomon, in fact. And then we got a Meramon, my buddy back here. Check that out. Whoop. And, you know, since I've got the Nightmare Soldiers out, and this is from the Nightmare Soldiers, let me show you what his sprite looks like on the Nightmare Soldiers. I thought that would be kind of a cool little thing to go through. I have completed all of them on the Nightmare Soldiers here. So there's his sprite. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Zophyr, Golmon, Seakomon. Oh, check that out, Agumon. That's a really cool piece of art, too. I like that a lot. That's really nice. Nice, Growlmon. Mammothmon. Okay, so here's another one. Mammothmon is on the Nightmare Soldiers list. There he is. Really, really cool artistic rendition. I really like that Mammothmon. How dope. Tumblemon. Nature Spirits. Okay, so really cool. So this is the first kind of like field effect. So while you have no face-up security cards, you may ignore this card's color requirements. If you hit it in security, all of your Digimon with Nature Spirits trait gain Alliance for all turns. That's pretty cool. And main, add your bottom security card to the hand, then place this card face up as the bottom security card. And then it's got this security effect. You may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon cards with Nature Spirits trait from your hand without paying the cost. Okay, that's really cool. That's interesting. I'm really excited about the fact that they're kind of like, you know, including the pendulum and the devices that the card game originates from into the card game now. Like, I think it's in 2 sets or maybe 3 sets. We're getting some really, really cool, like, version 1 through version 5 original OG Digimon stuff, and I'm excited about that. We got a Bukamon, Crabmon, Landramon, Skull Maramon, another one on our Nightmare Soldiers here. So let's go check him out. There he was. Oh, that's so cool. Let's get back over to him. There he is. Skull Maramon. Dope. So cool. So cool. Another Zophyr, Maramon, Growlmon, Apemon, Devimon. You know, I think that Apemon actually is on here as well, but I didn't realize that was his name because I'm pretty sure that that is Apemon. At least I think that's supposed to be Apemon. Now we got our Deep Savers. Okay, cool. So, security, all turns while you have 1 or more memory, none of your Deep Savers trait Digimon can be deleted in battle. Wow, that's really cool. Add your bottom security card to the hand, yep, and then you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card. So this is really neat, because if you hit it in security, you're basically able to kind of play one of the traded Digimon level 5 or lower for free, which is really nice. But then as long as it's face up in security, at least, then you're able to not have your stuff deleted if you have memory. That's pretty cool. Then we got another Nature Spirits, Skullmon, Marine Angimon, very cool. Candlemon, which is another Nightmare Soldiers. I'm sure I've already come across one at least, but we'll get these out of the way, I'm sure, very fast for those that are just here for the TCG. Check him out. Very cool. Very cool. Kabuterimon, Kokomon, Gatsumon, Penguinmon, Polar Bearmon, Demi Maramon, which is who we've already got active. Check out our buddy there. Nice. And Mega Kabuterimon. Now, all of the Kabuterimon stuff is actually on the Nature Spirits here, but I don't think I've unlocked them because I have not been very diligent with the Nature Spirits. I've not played it nearly as much as some of the others. Let's just check the album out. Yeah, we got our Modimon, we got Gatsumon, Automon. You can see that this is a pretty blank. Only the Trashmon. Yep, so we won't be referencing this one. Dark Tyrannomon. So excited to finally have a really cool Dark Tyrannomon that is more up to date that I can actually run with. Crabmon, Wargrowlmon, Skull Maramon, Dolphmon. Not seen that one yet. Penguinmon, Seadramon. Nice. Check out the guy. Check that out. I love his little face in this. He kind of looks like a friendly little puppy or something. Like he'd just be your buddy. That's really cool. Modimon. Master Tyrannomon. Nice. Close. And Mega Seadramon. Alright. Tapermon, which is another Nightmare Soldiers. There he is. That is super cool. I wish that they had done something a little bit more with his sprite there where the metal is. To me, he just kind of looks like an anteater almost, but I don't know. It's still a really cool sprite, but I do wish that they had done maybe a little bit more work to make it look like a cloud, kind of like down here, and I don't know, fix that metal headpiece a little bit better. Wargrowlmon, Agumon, Golmon, Crabmon, Maramon, Zophyr, Cyberdramon. Nice. Cool, new Koromon here. If this Digimon has Tyrannomon in its name or dinosaur trait, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. You know, I gotta say, now that this calls out the Tyrannomon name in it, I'm only a little bummed about Dinomon in the sense that he does not have Tyrannomon in his name. It's just Dinomon. So because you don't have Tyrannomon in your name, you can't use a lot of the other Tyrannomon cards from previous sets. And if any of the effects say has to have Tyrannomon in the name, then you miss out. I mean, in this case, it's at least got Dinosaur down here, so like this effect would still work. But there are some of the other ones, like I think it's Master Tyrannomon from a previous set, where it says if a Digimon has Tyrannomon this turn in its name, then I believe you get security attack +1. That wouldn't work with Dinomon, which just seems a little wild. I'm surprised that they didn't make it like Dino Tyrannomon or something like that. Oh, nice. A new Holo Tyrannomon. That is really cool. And Barbamon X Antibody. Hit another SR. Man, that's really, really cool. Barbamon X, just a brutal Digimon. Super evil guy. Candlemon, Gatsumon, Tapermon, Kokomon, Kabuterimon, Wargrowlmon, Dolphinmon, Devimon, a new one. On play, when Digivolving, by trashing one card in your hand, give one of your opponent's Digimon on deletion, trash one card in your hand until the end of their turn. Interesting. I haven't really looked a whole lot at the Nightmare Soldier specs yet. I just know that I really want to play it because I really like the device. Check that out. Devimon. Nice. Look at that little skull he's holding. What cool artwork. Really cool. Marine Devimon. Cyberdramon. Ryotaro. Nice. So this is going to help with the Dinomon deck because it's all Tyrannomon based. So really looking forward to having a playset of those. Nice. Another Tyrannomon. All in all, I've been very excited about EX08. I really wanted to run a Tyrannomon deck, so just getting some new cards up to date, Gesomon, and having, a whole brand new set to play that's like focused around Tyrannomon and getting Dinomon, so cool. So cool. Seen a lot of these already. Gogmamon. I don't think we've seen these. Now, the Gogmamon stuff, I'm pretty sure, is on the Nature Spirits on the Pendulum Z. I don't know that he's on the regular Nature Spirits, but I don't know because I've not looked at that one as nearly as much. Oh, cool. Dinomon X Antibody. I've not played any Dinomon decks yet. Oh, Metal Seadramon Ace, and it's the alt art? Dang. That's cool. Shout out to my buddy Nick that plays in locals. This guy, he loves the Metal Seadramon, and I bet he's hoping to get one of these. If not, you know somebody, man. That's so cool. Look at that artwork. Man, that's gorgeous. On to the next pack. Agumon. Dark Tyrannomon. Gesomon. Mammothmon, Siakomon, Crabmon, Landramon, Demimeramon. Oh, look at that Agumon. That is so cool. I'm interested in seeing how like the red-green plays. It's not something I'm not really super familiar with, but in this game, you've got the multicolored pieces, and what's really interesting about those is that sometimes it can be green-red or red-green, and I have no idea why. I don't think it matters. They still qualify for both colors, so super interesting that they do like different mixes of which one's on the left. But look at that. That might be my favorite artwork so far. It's just a super fat Agumon just chowing away. How awesome is that? Polar Bearmon, Sunarizamon, and nice Medieval Gallantmon, first secret rare. That's so cool. So cool. Alliance and Vortex, and when Digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon, then you may delete one of your opponent's 8,000 DP or lower Digimon. For each other suspended Digimon, add 3,000 to this DP deletions effects maximum. All turns once per turn when Digimon are played, you may activate one of this Digimon's when Digivolving effects. Holy cow, that's crazy. Especially with Vortex and Alliance, because I think the idea is that this would eventually go into maybe a Gallantmon deck, but it's really meant for Vortex Warrior deck. So adding this into Sephagamon, where, you play your level 6 Sephagamon, you're going to be basically suspending stuff. Really, almost all of the Grand Galemons and some of the Galemons suspend too. If you've got the promo Terramon card, that suspends. Like, the whole deck is just about suspending Digimon on the board. Really cool. The only problem I've had with the Vortex Warriors deck is that it's very situational in the sense that your opponent has to have a Digimon on the board in order to do all of the effects the way you want them to. So if they don't have Digimon on the board, it doesn't really matter. Your Vortex stuff doesn't kick in. That would be really cool if there was a way to like a card that when on play or when digivolving, your opponent had to play like a level 3 or lower from the trash, tapped. That would be really cool. It would make the deck synergy work a lot better, because then you have to force your opponent to play cards. I'm gonna take my glasses off. I just realized it's putting a weird shadow on my eyes. Anyways, I think that would be really cool, because then you're able to basically like force your opponent to play Digimon that then you just get rid of and delete to pierce into them. If you're familiar with the way the deck works, there's just a lot of mechanisms there to attack security that way. So it's really cool. Syakomon, Kokomon, Penguinmon, Tapermon, Gatsumon, Seadramon, Modimon, Metal Tyrannomon. Nice. Guiamon X Antibody. And, oh, Piedmon Ace. Very cool. Another SR. So it is a hand counter blast digivolve, and on play when digivolving, activate the effect below 4 times. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. Interesting. So you can basically just keep stacking it if you need to delete something, or you can potentially spread it across a whole bunch of different Digimon. That's awesome. And then once per turn, when other Digimon are deleted, you may play one level... Does that say... You may play one level 4 or lower Nightmare Soldier's trait Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. Wow, that's really cool. That is really, really cool. All right, on to the next pack. Another Skull Meramon, Zophyr, Meramon, Growlmon, Apemon, Golmon, Marine Angimon, Mega Kabuterimon. Great, another Koromon, a Deep Savers, Tentamon, very cool. Bancho Gomon. Nice. Look at that Tentamon. I think that's really cool artwork. Love the foil on that. That's just super, super cool. Really like it. Bug stuff is not one I really play a whole lot of. I've been trying to learn the Virus Imperial Dramon stuff, which I guess has got Wormmon in it. But generally speaking, I don't really play a whole lot of insect stuff. But that's all right. I was really more excited for the Dinomon stuff and really the Nightmare Soldiers, and I guess a little bit of the Nature Spirits. Deep Savers would be really cool. Cool, a Frigimon. That's awesome. And a Myotismon. Let's check these two out, because I don't think we've really seen too much of them. Ooh, so it's Iceclad, on play when digivolving, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. Oh, wow, and a security attack -1 when attacking for the inheritable. That's really cool. And for Myotismon, which I bought a bunch of the LM set, and with those, you've got the Myotismon X Antibody. So I'm starting to really fill out a lot of interesting cards with Myotismon, it seems like. And while we've got him, let's go ahead and check him out on the Nightmare Soldier. There he is. Sweet, sweet Digimon. Really, really cool villain. Really cool villain. I think that's one of the more future releases, like 4 or 5 boxes from now. We're getting like a whole villain set. It's going to be really cool. Another Zophyr, Agumon, Dark Tyrannomon, Mammothmon, Syakomon, Dolphmon, Landramon, Tumblemon, Marine Devimon, Seadramon, Close, and another Tyrannomon. Nice. I'm going to have plenty of Tyrannomon support. All right, we're back. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and check out the really, really good ones, hopefully the rares, the secret rares, all of the SRs and stuff like that in this stack. I have put everything else in this stack, and then I figured we would leave 3 packs out to open, just kind of as a final little bit. Let's flip them over and see what we got. 7th Jewel Rise. 7th Jewel Rise. Awesome. Myotismon. Tentamon. Another Tentamon. Mega Seadramon. Close. Prognomon. Guiamon. Prognomon, Bolt Boutmon, very cool. That was the final Jogress on the Nightmare Soldiers from the Pendulum Colors. So let's check him out. Really cool sprite, actually. There he is. Very cool. A little hard to see. There we go. Plesiomon. Callismon. Awesome. Another Nightmare Soldier. We just saw him a second ago, but we'll pull him back up. Now, I had not heard a lot about Callismon, but he's really cool. He was originally from V-Tamers. There he was. So he had like an appearance in V-Tamers, and I think he might have been in a couple of video games. But for the most part, he's not really been very big in the cartoon at all. So there he is. Really, really cool little sprite. Really stoked that they put someone like that on there because I had never heard of him before. Another Bancho Goemon. Ah, Hercules Tyrannomon Ace. Nice. Oh, the alt art Callusmon. Look at that. That is so cool. Let's compare them real quick. So on this one, it's like the holographics are kind of like on his belt and around him, but then on this one, they're on his like knuckles and his forehead. That's really cool. Dude, that's so cool. So cool. Another Myotismon, and our final one, 7th Jewel Rise. Very cool. Happy with my pulls so far, that's for sure. All right, now I am probably just going to speed through these a little bit, but I wanted everyone to see kind of what I got off of the box. All right, we're down to our last 3 packs, so let's go ahead and just open these up together, and we'll get through them and see if we pulled anything else. I'm pretty sure I hit all of the big hits on this one because I saw at least 2 different alt arts. I've got the one SEC, and then I also have, I think, multiple SRs, so I'm pretty sure I've already hit my counts, but all good, all good. I've definitely made a playset out of some Tyrannomon stuff. I've made a playset out of a handful of the Nightmare Soldiers, which is going to be really nice. Oh, cool. Pumpkinmon Hollow and a Digimon. Nice. I don't know if we hit any Digimon, but just in case we didn't, let's check him out over here. Nice. One thing I do love about this sprite is that he actually sleeps upside down. So whenever he is asleep, he's upside down, and I just think that's really cool. I love it when the sprites have a lot of, like, dynamicness to them, I guess is the word I would use. Like if they've got a lot of different really like I love it when the sprites have got a lot of like interesting personality to them. So like when they sleep differently, like some of them they just basically look like they lay down, but like Myotismon actually goes into a coffin. Digimon sleeps upside down. That kind of stuff I think is really cool. All right, let's go into our second to last pack. Yeah, plenty of Tyrannomon support. That's gonna be great. And a Dinomon support, too, for the Dinomon X antibody. I've never played a Dinomon deck, and I don't think I've ever played against one, but maybe have to look into that. Goemon. Nice! Well, there you have it. That was my box of the EX08. If you want to hang out a little bit longer, I'm going to show off kind of how much of the Nightmare Soldier stuff I got, how much Tyrannomon support I've got, so that way you can kind of see a breakdown of at least one box. And, I think every box is obviously a little bit different, but if you have gotten this box, you would at least see sort of the ratios that you would be expecting. And I think I'll also kind of throw out like my favorite art card as well, and maybe my favorite out of all the hits. So let me clean all this up, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back, and as you can see, I got some stuff laid out here. So really, when it came down to it, it was kind of interesting breakdown. So based off of this, you can see I've got some of the Guillemon or the Gallantmon support back here. Got my Lobomon. This was some of the kind of newer Avian, Iceclad, and Liberator stuff. So, we had Polar Bearmon and Penguinmon and Frigimon, and then I think I also put, my medieval Gallantmon in there. So kind of a small stack here. We had an even smaller stack of the like Cyberdramon stuff and Close. So, not a whole lot of just little things there. And then we also had some of the Kokomons and the Renamon stuff. Not a whole lot there. And then as far as like the Barbamon stuff goes, yeah, real small little stack. However, really everything else was kind of laid out fairly nicely. So for Nature Spirits, a lot of that came out in EX07. So you can see kind of a smaller stack there, but it's definitely good support for Nature Spirits compared to things like these, where these were all of the new stuff that was completely coming out. Not that these weren't new, but they were kind of support for some traits that already existed. So we've got our Deep Savers here. You can see that's a pretty hefty stack. Now, obviously, there's a lot of duplicates in there. I didn't get a lot of the like high-end stuff that is supposed to be ran in this deck. So, you know, I got the 1 Mega Digimon Ace. I could probably build something off of that with what I've got. Same thing with the rocks. So this is all of the new rock stuff that is pretty cool looking, actually. Pyramidamon, I think is its name. That is like kind of the final on this one, and Bancho Gomon as well. So really, really cool. I don't think I pulled any of the big Pyramidamons in here. I think that's what its name is. I'm probably butchering it a little bit. But yeah, so all the rock stuff, I could probably build something weak, but I don't have anything that's like a win con or my end conditions there. A good amount of stuff for Tyrannomon. So you can see I got the Black Agumons, I got the regular Agus, the Dark Tyrannomons. We got a couple of Master Tyrannomons in there. So we definitely got some pretty good support for Tyrannomon. I know that this is a deck that's existed for a long time, but it seems like this deck is, or the new release at least, it's kind of breathing life back into the Tyrannomon set from what I can tell. So I'm really excited to use hopefully some of what I've got and what I just got today to build something really cool. But honestly, the most we got were the Nightmare Soldiers. I mean, I could build almost an entire deck, really. I don't have enough of the, like, Baltmons and the Piedmons and stuff like that to be comfortable running it, but it's at least a really good start. So, you know, if I needed to, out of all of this set, I would say my probably most successful would be that Nightmare Soldiers, because I got the double Callusmons, I got the Piedmon. Going online and buying a couple of more cards to probably complete that out, along with the Tyrannomon stuff too. I need more Dinomons though. So yeah, anyways, this is kind of the breakdown of at least what I was seeing. I thought you guys would like to see that as well. As far as my favorite card from this set goes, honestly, I really kind of got to give it over to this Agumon. I love this card. I think that is just such a cool card. I mean, I know it's just a common, I'm pretty sure, or maybe even an uncommon, but yeah, I like it. I just like the way it looks. You know, if I had to go with one of the alt arts, I would definitely pull that Callusmon art. I would definitely pull that Callusmon. Wow, my words. I would definitely pull this Callusmon alt art. I think say that 3 times fast. Callusmon alt art. Okay, maybe it's not that hard. Maybe it's just me. Either way, I think this is really cool. I really like the way that looks too. But there's something that just really speaks to me about that Agumon. So anyways, just a quick channel update. I have got a whole bunch of videos recorded, including an unboxing of the Pendulum Wave 2s. I have just been super lazy and haven't gotten around to editing a lot of them because I hit some audio issues in that video, and I can fix it, I think, but the audio is not going to be what I would consider up to par. And then I've got a whole nother Austin trip that I took that is a lot of fun. I'm just working through editing everything, and it's been a bit daunting. There's just a lot of material to work with there. But anyway, still out recording, still enjoying the Digimon, and I hope to see you all soon. If you enjoyed today's content, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.